सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, महायोगी स्वामी उमानंद सरस्वती की जय. I know it's been a long gap and I'm glad I'm back at my work. Today is Datta Jayanti. It's an auspicious day, and it is said that the main Guru Parampara, the lineage of Guru, starts with the birth of Sri Dattatreya. The story is very interesting. The three gods come to the house of Anusuya, wife of a great sage, Atri. And the three gods come there, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, the Trinity, to judge her for her pious nature. Some tests taken on the way towards spiritual progress. And they ask her a very strange thing. They ask her, they would like to be served, but that she should be without her robes. Anusuya is a great pious lady. She is dedicated to her husband. She looks upon her husband as the Lord himself. And therefore, with his thought in mind, she sprinkles some water on the Trinity. And it is so said that the three great gods of the earth, world, they end up becoming babies. And of course, after some time, their wives come down and they ask Anusuya to release the three. It is so said that Vishnu stays back, but with a great blend of Brahma, a bit of Brahma and a bit of Rudra in him. The rest too, Brahma and Shiv, they return. And the third form which stays on earth for the welfare of mankind is supposed to be a blend of these three, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and he is Lord Dattatreya. With him started the lineage of Guru Parampara. He established it, he started it, he initiated it. And therefore, the pursuit of knowledge became a very prime factor. So today we are going to talk about the knowledge and the state attained after having procured the purest knowledge, which is Atma-Jnana. Today's subject is this Atma-Jnana, the purest form of knowledge. Now, why do we want this knowledge? Because this knowledge, the objective knowledge is to attain Parabrahma. And the beauty of knowledge is, when you attain that, you yourself become the Parabrahma. The objective of knowledge is to attain the Parabrahma. And the beauty of knowledge is, on attaining this knowledge, you become Parabrahma. You become one with Lord. And therefore, This knowledge is highly revered amongst all the saints, the seekers in the world. First, we will go to see what is the human nature. Human nature is, it's a simple nature. A man is blessed with a name, a form, a caste, a shape, some qualities, some characteristics, some limitations, some desires, some stages like childhood, youth, old age. Then he is driven towards, he is thirsty for happiness, and somehow he feels God must be like him. That is, that's how far his imagination can go. And Jnanadev says this particular concept that God is like us might be the basic reason for ignorance about true knowledge. It's ignorance about true knowledge. Now, how should we try and get over this ignorance? So Jnanadev very sweetly says, the only way is you need a sword which is made of knowledge. So, with the knowledge, a sword in the hand, you are supposed to cut asunder the roots of ignorance. So, first of all, we've got to try and think that whatever a man is or appears to be as he is, God might not be like him. I mean, it's a very difficult thing. But let's say, now man is given a name. All right. So God's, you see, just as each individual has got names different, and therefore there are millions of names. Similarly, God also must be having millions of names because he doesn't have a single one. And we have a form. He could be formless also. We have a caste. He may not have a caste creed. We have a shape. He might be able to take any other shape. We have certain qualities. He may be beyond all that. We have limitations. He might not be having. We are full of desires. He might not be having desires. We have stages like youth and childhood. Probably they don't have. So we need bliss. They are blissful throughout. Well, something like that. So basically our mind, which has got a limited understanding, first of all, we have to get over it. And the only way we can do it is by trying to actually understand who God is or what God is. And what is the main thing? We are always feeling that, yes, we may die. But that is what another great discovery a man needs to make is what is immortality. So knowledge is to try and know who is God and what is immortality. That is the actual need of knowledge. Now, of course, you need to be worthy of attaining such knowledge. You need to be worthy of attaining such knowledge. And it is so said that the person who is born with feet first can probably discover this hidden treasure that is knowledge, which is hidden. Hidden is a mystic knowledge, and it is hidden. The actual pure knowledge is hidden knowledge, and it can be discovered by the person who is probably born by feet first. Well, let me tell you, I am. Yes, we call it Payalu. Payalu is born with feet first. Well, what is the actual use of this knowledge? It's we will get liberation. That's very important. We will get liberation, and we shall know what is Lord, who is God. Now, what comes as an obstacle on this journey is when you try to feel that life is nothing but just a fun and frolic, made for fun and frolic. So there's people who want to just have fun because they have life and living is all around. And they're not interested in Ved, nor interested in relationships. These people are not very attuned for gaining knowledge. Now, in order to attain this final knowledge, it's not easy. In order to attain the final knowledge, the pure knowledge, it is so said that this knowledge only manifests through the voice of the great saints. The words, when we speak, normal common man speaks, the normal world around manifests. We want water, we ask for water, the water comes on the table. Something similarly, but for this mystic knowledge to appear, it is supposed to be only talked about by the saints. So it is the words of the saints which help the manifestation of the pure knowledge on earth. Yes, then what is this? Because he has become the objective of knowledge, which is Parabrahma, and therefore what he says helps the true knowledge to manifest. So it's very essential, Nyandev says it's essential that you serve a saint and you serve him in such a way that he, out of sheer love for the seeker, tells the secrets of life. It's something very close to his heart. So if it has to be talked about by him, you need to be close. And you must, the seeker has to ask for it. And he can ask for it after serving the saint. So sometimes the saints enjoy these privileges. But mind you, if you don't serve, it doesn't make difference to them. If you serve, it makes a difference to you. So it's a very beautiful way of allowing the mystic knowledge to manifest. Now, what is so beautiful about the saints? We should be able to identify the saints. Are they humble? Are they less egoistic? Are they ahinsavadi? That is, they are not non-violent. Then are they forgiving? Is there an appeal when they talk in their voice? Do they serve their guru? Is there a saintly touch to them? Are they pure? Are they peaceful? Well, these are beautiful signs. They are signs which show that, all right, here's a saint who can probably guide you. Now, we've got to, this knowledge has a capacity to destroy what we call sins which are committed by us. Sometimes unknowingly, knowingly we commit sins. Now we need to overcome them. How can you do it? Then even if you study about Lord, the Jnana, knowledge which you attain, can help you to overcome your sins, your delusions, as well as your attachments. So knowledge has its very great advantage in trying to make you pure, the pious, because it is itself the most pious thing on the earth. Nyandev calls it, it's the most pavitra, pious thing on the earth is knowledge. There's nothing as pious, as pure as knowledge is. Now what does it do? It destroys all the doubts in your mind. Knowledge helps you to overcome all the doubts. he also, this knowledge, this pure knowledge helps you to know that you are not the doer of any action. The doer is Lord Himself. And there is only a single Lord who exists in the entire universe. We have divided Him into various religious heads and all. But, well, it's actually just supposed to be one Lord. Then it surely gives us, attains mukti, that is moksha, and we can become one with Lord. So here, it is a mystic knowledge. Knowledge is mystic. And there is no rebirth once this knowledge is attained. This is only possible, this manifests only through Guru Vani. It's very important. Well, this is said by the saints. So it goes as the ultimate truth. It is only spoken by the, or let me put it more mildly, that whatever then is spoken by him probably manifests as reality in the life of a seeker. I think that's a better explanation right now. So through a guru, a seeker is able to see the world in the right perspective. It is like self-born, Swayambhu. In every heart, in every individual, it is in the heart. This knowledge is born in the heart. And this knowledge truly gives you what we call it is happy feeling, a feeling of happiness. It's a divine knowledge. It's a divine knowledge, the best amongst all knowledge. And then it also gives not only the liberation, but all the powers in the world can come to you if you have this knowledge, which is Atma-Jnana. Which is Atma-Jnana, because that is your true self. So if you have knowledge, it is like fully blossoming at the individual's potential in its fullest blossomed form. That is knowledge. It helps you to overcome all dualities. Like we have religious boundaries, we have economic boundaries. We call someone rich, someone poor, somebody ugly, somebody handsome, all the differences they don't last. We are able to see, in a pot we can see the sand used, the earth element used. In a material cloth we can see the thread used. Similarly, in humanity of different religions and castes, we see only the human element in it. So this is the beauty of knowledge. Now, once a person who's knowledgeable, let's see what are the results. There he has no hate for anyone. He doesn't have a difference like this particular person is mine and this one is not. That one is poor, this one is rich. It doesn't differentiate like difference between a cow and a tiger. For him, it's an animal world. Then he is always a very satisfied person, and he is stable in his own self. His mind and intellect is attuned to only Lord, and he becomes the dearest one of Lord. याचा जगाला त्रास नाही. Yes, he does not create any trouble for anyone. He doesn't bother anyone. He's not a cause for somebody else's frustrations. He is a pure-hearted and a perfect person. And you cannot, yes. Now, Jnanadev very beautifully compares such an enlightened soul with quite a few important things in the world. He compares him with the earth. He says, as the earth withstands everybody around, whoever walks upon the earth. Similarly, this enlightened soul also has an equality, feeling of equality towards everyone. Then Gandhi compares such an enlightened soul with an ocean also. And he says, just as an ocean, the water life is not scared of the ocean. The whales are not scared, not the small fish are scared of the ocean. Similarly, this man is so that nobody is sort of scared of him. Is a comfortable ocean. Um, then he compares him to not to a holy pilgrimage, the holy places. Not only that, he says he doesn't only is like a holy place himself, but he is able to make the place a holy pilgrimage. So yeah, the person wherever he dwells makes that place holy. Then he becomes like a god himself. But just that he doesn't forget that he is a devotee. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. And therefore, the God also withholds him as if it's his own crown. He cherishes him as if it's his own crown. Then he's also compared to the sun. He says, just as the sun never meets darkness, this person who is enlightened doesn't mean anybody, doesn't meet any enemy, doesn't come across any insults. He doesn't feel somebody has insulted him or is somebody's his enemy. He doesn't feel anything is very temperature wise very hot or very difficult, unbearable. He doesn't have sorrows around him. And then Nanddev compares him to even the light, the lamp, which gives light to each and every one. Similarly, this enlightened person also gives light to everyone. Then for him, just as for air, the entire universe it's his home. Similarly, for this person also, the world becomes a home for him. It's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey. Then what? Yes. Then we come to a few more very outstanding things here. We realize that he's a man with less of attractions, desires, and he doesn't decide. He doesn't make intentional, willful statements or wishful statements. There is very little bit of Dvaita in him, and he rules the throne. He sits on the throne of bliss. He doesn't have the feeling that I am the doer of any act. He knows it's all done by the Lord himself. And he's a perfect victim of Guru Anugraha. He's a perfect creation of the initiation given by his Guru. And he does not now need to travel like the space. The space is where it is, the sky is where it is. Similarly, he stays where he is and he can still make the difference. He can do all his actions, perform all his actions without using his indriyas. My God, this is real state, isn't it? Now, my God, yes. Now, as just when the person is born, he is born with a wish, and therefore his journey starts. But since there are only two borders, the birth and death, it doesn't go beyond. When he rules with the wish, he doesn't go beyond death. But when he rules with knowledge, he touches immortality. So knowledge is important. It is important to know God. It helps you to know God. It helps you to unite with God. It helps you to know what is immortality. Well, I want to continue to study so that I can discover all this and probably share it with you all. Thank you. This is Swami Radhikananda from Pune. Yes, uh, it's been a long time, almost 2 weeks have passed that I have not been able to pass on a video, and I'm glad I could be back at my work. Yes, I was out of station, and so anyway, hear me again. Thank you.